Greetings, this is Ginthian, and today we are playing on Minecraft 1.21.11 on the Vale. I have been saying it wrong. I have the version of Minecraft completely wrong. We are playing on version 26.1.2, having upgraded during the recording of this video. So I will try to say it correctly from now on. And let's continue. I am here working on my grinding, and upon investigating, how best to fight Vexes, which the best way is to not fight them at all. However, there is one interesting thing about them, and that is they can't fly through boats. They can do it through solid blocks, but not boats. And so I've gotten some rafts, which qualify as boats, down here. And with that, I should have some defenses. And we'll see how this works. It's difficult to get to 30 levels when I keep dying and losing those levels. You'd think with a Totem of Undying I would be able to survive that, but that's not always proving to be the case. So I want to see how this goes, and if I get vexed again, I will back up and see if these rafts, boats, help. And I made it to level 30. So while I've got a chance, I want to go do some... I forget, enchanting. And I'm going to enchant this one, which I need, of course. Why am I out of lapis? Unbelievable. Okay, let me fix this. Okay, I'm back, and I've got some lapis, so we're going to see how this goes. I don't want that. So I'll just change it. Really? Now let's see what it is. Fire aspect, it still sucks. So we'll just put this in there, put that in there. We're not going to enchant this right now, so I'll put that there. We're going to go back to working with some villagers. So let's go ahead and do that. Actually, I say that, but before I do that, I really want to get back to 30 levels. Okay, you don't need to watch this at normal speed. I can speed this up. You know, I just realized if I had the wrong version of Minecraft, that explains a lot of things that didn't work. Like replay mod. Almost at 30 levels, and there I've got 30. Let's go for another level or two so I can actually enchant without having to come back. Again, I'll speed this up so that you don't have to watch the slow process that I go through. I still can't believe I've been getting the version of Minecraft wrong for so long. No! For those following along, that's 31 levels lost with that death. Okay, we're back, and let's get my stuff. And now let's do some preparations. Move the token. And we're going to do some other preparations in order to continue this struggle. I'll be back in a minute. I am back, and I have some lapis. So let's go ahead and see what we get. Fire aspect 2. I already knew that from last time, I just don't remember. Let's see if that's worth it. It really isn't. Makes them burn for 8 seconds. Trying to decide. Let's go try it out. So those guys go up. Oh, I recognize that noise. That means I've been vexed and I need to run. Move the cursor over to another, so that my right hand is holding another one of those. Tombs of Undying. But largely, I'm just running in circles to avoid being attacked. However, the tactic seems to be working. Let me put one of those back. It definitely seems to be working as a tactic goes. I would hate to have to get to 30 levels again and be killed again. I guess he'll keep it. I just think I'm going to see what I get for a book. Protection 4. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Nothing good here. Okay, I think it's back to work. Okay, major Vex attack. And you can see my boats helped. Now they just appear to be dying off. But when I ran this way and got quite a ways up here before I died again. There it is. If my cursor had been over this one, it would have worked. I did discover that if I have one in my left hand and I quickly get the mouse over so it's also one in my right hand, the one in the right hand will keep me alive, such as it is. But if I don't stay on top of it, then it won't continue to work. They all seem to be gone. What is that guy's... How did he have so much? Either way, I need to get... Not that way. I need to get some more of these guys. Because playing with Vexes is dangerous. Definitely dangerous. Okay, I should have a lot of guys built up over here. That worked out alarmingly well. Come on, what's going on? It's a baby zombie. He can get out because of the boat. So let's try this again. And we're just gonna speed this up. As I do some crunching, you can watch the levels slowly rise until something bad happens. Like, you know, say Vexes appear. There's the sound and the Vexes. I don't see them following me. Boats really help. Or in my case, rafts. But you get the idea. And we're at level 30. I'm going to continue grinding for a while, and I will catch up with you later. See you in a minute. Okay, I'm going to fix these. We'll start by taking the enchantment off. Then we can put these on. Wow, that sucked. I guess Unbreaking 3 is better than nothing. But not much. Yes, I noticed after the fact that we already had Unbreaking 3, so we didn't gain anything. Nothing. And we are back. I have been fishing, which I've got to say is a much safer way of gaining levels, albeit slower. So I actually have 38 levels now, and I have been doing some You can't hear it, but it's thunder outside, not in Minecraft. That's at my location. Anyway, I have been doing some grinding and fixing of things. So I actually have my netherite sword up to snuff now with all of its enchantments. I've also noticed this particular box. I don't know how exactly it got in my inventory, but I didn't think anything about it because it looked okay. It's just polished deep slate. I must have had it for a while. But then I opened it and somebody gave this to me because they took pity on me and realized I was trying to do fishing. And they gave me tons of redstone and mule spawn eggs. I'm not sure what that says about me. And 64 Enderman spawn eggs. Not sure what that says about me either. Slime blocks, pistons, 3 ender pearls. This chest is fantastic. I apologize for not noticing it earlier. Whichever cohort on the Vale server gave this to me, please let me know. I would love to say thank you. And I now unofficially say thank you. Because this is just awesome. I have to remember every time I pick up one of these fishing rods with Curse of Vanishing that if I get killed playing with the mob grinder, I lose the fishing rod because Curse of Vanishing. So I have to not do that. I have to remember to put them away. What I've started doing is putting those fishing rods in my ender chest. I also took care of this guy. He used to shoot at me every time I walked by. He's now been dethorned. Or defanged is the word I want to say. So he still has the banner on him. So I have to figure out where I want to put him. I haven't figured out where I want to put any of my pillagers. And I have been working on trading with these guys as well as making their trades better by zombifying them and and then curing them. So I've gotten down to only 2 books for that book, and some of these others 1. So Silk Touch, there's 1. So a lot of these have improved. Some of them not enough, but others I don't do a good job keeping track. But essentially, Sweeping Edge, I got that down to 1 from 16. So the zombification of these and then healing them has worked wonders. I've been using up my apples. In fact, I think I used them all up. And I had potions that I purchased. Not in that one. Not in that one. Yeah, there they are. And there's the remaining apples. So lots of weakness potions and lots of golden apples, which I have been using to, like I said, alternately zombify and then cure the villagers. This guy only gives me Unbreaking 1 for the fishing rod, which is disappointing. I should make him go away and redo this. But to get him to a master level took a while because I had to get a lot of buckets of cod. But we'll keep that up. So this is what I was doing off camera while I was grinding. And even that, managing to stay alive on top of that. So I've also been working on, as I do the books, like for example this one, I can do a book, respiration, take a couple of these, be sure to leave 2 open spots for the emeralds and the books, and then I can go up here and put these in one at a time. And that's actually more than I need. And one too many. What do you know? I'll put it down here. So the books, like I said, I have been working on them. As I've collected some of them, I put them back here so that the next time I come running through, if I don't have the levels or the resources to buy the book, I hopefully will have it in the bookshelf next to them. At least that's the plan. And so that has been keeping me busy, to say the least. Here's my 2 fishing rods. And then I have both swords and all my other items. And if I have one of these. And I tried to do my killing, so to speak, at the mom grinder with totems of undying close to where the swords are. And that way, if I die, I can possibly survive. And I like surviving. And that has kept me alive. I got up to 39 levels. How about that? So I am actually going to say that I have succeeded in this episode in doing what I wanted to do. And so I'm going to call it. So I will say goodbye. And I really hope you guys, everyone, enjoyed watching the video. I now have to go back and check my mods. I could probably get my mods working now that I know what version of Minecraft I'm running. I should have known that. But that should, because I know I was doing the wrong versions of the mods and they were causing it to crash, and that's because I didn't have the right version of Minecraft. So that's on me. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.